What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Check it out. Check it out without a doubt. We are back at Sean Atwood's channel. Sean is cool, man. Ronnie, he alright. Ronnie, nah, that's my man. Ron, my man too. Gotta bust your chops, man. Is that how you say it? I got a cold, man. But Ronnie, check it out, Ron. That's my cousin, Ronnie, my cousin, man. I'm in the Philippines. Shoot, I ain't even put the mic on yet. So let me finish rapping. Up some stuff. I'm in the Philippines, man, and I'm losing my voice because the boo-boo, we sleeping with the AC on, man. It's so cold. And I'm like, why is she running this AC so late? Long story short, she done got me sick. Yeah, we blaming it on her. So y'all blame it on her. Anyway, we doing all right. She at the store. I'm doing my reactions. Check out the Philippine View. Call myself giving y'all the Philippine View while I do this reaction. But check it out, man. Jay-Z's Sons Live, part 3. This is part 3 now. I think we did part 1. I think we did. I can't remember. So much information, it's hard to keep up with. But I know one thing. This brother looked just like Jay-Z. And I keep saying, okay, if it's not your son, just take the test so the man can move on. If you know for a fact, but you know good and well, you was doing all kinds of stuff. Hey, ho, you was living the good life. Oh yeah, you was living the good life. So what happened was, this good life about to catch up with you. But y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I'm about to start showing some more stuff about the Philippines and all that good stuff. So without any further ado, let's check this bad boy out.
But he's absolutely just using the legal system, weaponizing it against them, and putting hurdle after hurdle in their way. Even worse, last time, Dr. Lil told us how properties had been jeopardized by legal shenanigans involving this case. So if you missed that, go back to part 2 because it's a hell of a story. And we've got some updates. We've got some updates this week. We've got the cash apps in the description box for people who want to donate to the cause. But I'll hand it over to these guys to tell us what is the latest. And huge thank you for coming on, Ramir and Dr. Lil, and Tommy and Ron.
No problem, man. Thank you guys for even having me. Thanks. I appreciate all y'all support and all the love. As I said, we just on here to just update you guys, let you know that we still been moving forward regardless of everything we've been going through with the family. We've been having family problems, not like family problems fighting each other, but some real problems the last couple of weeks. And just for us to just keep this energy and push forward and continue to fight, it's just showing us that this was always about more than us. So it's like I feel like I got God with me every day, and he's just pushing me to go forward. And we just still want to hold everybody accountable, as far as the judges and everyone that's just basically trying not to say nothing right now. So basically, we going after the courts, and as I said before, we want to hold everybody accountable that's not doing their job, and bring them to the front and make them do something, make them do their job.
Hey guys, Uncle Mike here with big news. YouTube has changed my life, and now it's your turn. See, Uncle Mike was tired of being broke after every payday. So I decided to do something about it. So I invested over about $9,000 in YouTube courses and online coaching. Man, I was determined to change. But guess what? None of these systems gave me the one-on-one coaching that I needed. So I created my own YouTube course with the help that you need to make sure that you succeed. If you're ready to learn and you're not afraid to put in the work, you too can make a real change. Sign up now and Uncle Mike will send you the 4 videos that got me started. 100% free. Click the word more below and look for our YouTube growth system. That's our course. Now, let's get back to this video.
Do you think that all the publicity you've got recently and the public support is adding to your momentum right now?
Yes, I really do. I believe you guys are giving me so much momentum. It's just helping me push forward, and it's like I feel like it's just like a big wave of energy that's just pulsing all the way through the world. I just feel like everybody is starting to connect with each other more, and we all fighting for the right cause. It's not just about a father thing, chasing who your father is, and like it's more about us reuniting and fighting for what's right. So I feel like all this energy is going towards the right thing, and everybody is starting to connect and love each other a little more from the situation.
And is that giving you an intuitive sense of some kind of breakthrough is going to happen for you here soon in this case?
I can hope. I fully don't know, but I fully can hope, and I really feel like with you guys' help, it's been really moving. And even without, even if the case don't go nowhere, I just feel that you guys, all your energy, this has helped me, really helped me. And I feel like anyone who needs help, you should be able to turn to the world, because like this is the type of help that we need to give somebody the energy to push forward. So many people that just give up on whatever you're doing, and just to have that extra boost from people that you don't really know, but family from around the world, and it's just really helps you move forward.
Yeah, you've been in the press constantly over here, and every time I see you, I'm like, yeah, you keep the
Yeah, I
coverage
appreciate
on.
you guys. It's all from y'all help. It really is all from you guys' help. Like you, as I said, I've been just trying to share all this positive energy and just trying to fight and do what's right. I don't want these court systems to continue to do what they're doing out here. And it's just not the court systems in the United States. It's courts everywhere. And I feel like that if we all can, connect with each other and, fix the problem, it can be fixed. We can fix our future.
Yeah. I listened, I
Wow,
was at the beginning of the
that's
last
true.
one and I was on a journey and I listened to the whole thing with Dr. Lil. Is such a brilliant speaker and
Yes,
an
he is.
amazing person to have in your corner. And Dr. Lil, since we last spoke then, what's new with you on this?
I think I'm right in the same path with Ramir that we got the energy, the community, and what's right is all coming together.
Right.
And I think that's just the way life is, whereas you have a mission, a call, a purpose, or something that happens, you don't get it, but you still walk it out because you know it don't feel right for you not to. And all the things that went on, I was just thinking about these last 10, 12 years of what we've been through. And I know it's been nothing but a miracle. But each time we seem like we keep getting this great wave of people that the universe is sending our way. We believe it's God, but we know it's the universe because everybody's in different places when it comes down to that. And that's all good. But it's just interesting to me, even just last couple of weeks, to see my godson go through. Because me, everybody don't know me and Ramir close,
Yes, we are.
right? So, because when I deal with him, we talk, I feel like I'm talking just with him and his mother, and not only that, also the other family, but his uncle. I mean, his uncle was unbelievable. We just love the ground he walked. He was full of wisdom.
Yes,
He
he
was always
was.
giving you information straight from the chute. And just for us all to go through this, and just to see how Ramir is able to deal with the circumstances and his emotions and move along. Not to say he's not mourning. I'm
Right.
just thankful for that because we don't live as close as I would like us to live. I would wish we could all live in a cul-de-sac. I wish everybody could be together. You could see him across the way, but we're not that close in proximity. But it's just good to know that the universe, that God and your beliefs and all these things are coming together. And I can
Right.
say that to say that we filed a new amended complaint. And one of the this amended complaint was done by somebody. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but this amended complaint just kind of took it off the roof because the people who heard our story was like you guys. They caught on and they started getting with that pen and writing things that we were feeling but may not was able to fully express. And we didn't want to go down to too many roads with this
Right.
legally because it can get messy. But we did want to make sure the world knew what was going on and that we don't miss nothing either. And sometimes when you talk to people, it comes together because nobody can get it on their own.
Right. You can't. And that's one thing I do say. That's why I say I thank everyone for just even sharing the energy, because all the energy is not always good. You do get some negative energy. I see comments from all different angles, but you got to just learn how to just say that's somebody's opinion and just be able to go move forward. You arguing with another person and trying to go back and forth and prove your point to them. Like, as I said before, this was something that was left with me and I'm continuing to fight. So to argue with me and just want to go
Facts.
back and forth, like, I'm not going
Facts.
to give you that energy. I still love you guys from the distance. It's no hate nowhere. So you can say whatever you want. That's your opinion. But at the end of the day, I don't come on here to give the negative energy to you guys. It's all positive. I always say this. So
Facts.
if it's not positive, I think you guys should just keep it to yourself. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but if we're not sharing positivity, we already got a lot of negativity going around the world. So this is the problem we need to
Facts.
fix. And I feel like if we all come together, I'm telling you guys, if we all come together, we will be so much. I feel like we can get so much more done. So much more done.
I
Stronger.
agree. And that's what I love about you, Ramir, is that you practice what you preach. And, I respect it. I respect it. And, thanks so much for both of you being here. Now, just very quickly, Dr. Lil, a couple of people in the side chat are just asking, I know you said that you were Ramir's godmother, but just remind us, just very, very quickly, just as before we get into any updates, the connection and the passion and the drive with Ramir and yourself.
Yes. So it all started with his mother, and me and her met at church. She came to my Sunday school class. She was 11 and I was 19, was my first ministry in teaching children. And she had her hair was all kind of messy. And she came over to me and said, "Can you be my godmother?" She grabbed me. I grabbed her back in the Sunday school class. And she looked up at me. I looked down and she said, "Can you be my godmother?" And I said, "Yes." And the rest is kind of history. Ramir, of course, came along as we both got older. She had a baby. Ramir was her firstborn. We kind of lost each other a little bit when I went off to college and she went off and did her things. But the universe brought us back together. And at the time we came back together, we were inseparable. And all she talked about was Ramir, because she was concerned about things. She had her health was failing. And she wanted to make sure that her legacy and her children were intact, for real.
Of course.
So at that point in our coming back together, the legal stuff was in that little ring-a-ring. And then she said to me that if anything happened to her, for me to promise her that I would take care of her son Ramir. And I said, sure, of course. And then she got really sick. And then Ramir wound up coming to live with me in New Jersey as my child. I got legal and physical custody of him. We still, of course, was connected with his mom because I was right across the bridge. And then she had started the case in Philadelphia regarding the paternity, because she said she had a dream, or she said she had a life-death experience, and she came to, but she said she remembered walking down the tunnel, and she realized it wasn't her time to go, so she woke up. But she knew she wanted to get this thing right with Ramir's father's situation, because she wanted peace with it.
Of course.
Make a long story short, Ramir came to live with me in New Jersey. He finished his high school there. He did other stuff there. He just merged right into the New Jersey community very well. Yeah. And then we kept the paternity case that she started in Philadelphia. We transferred from Philadelphia to New Jersey and kept it going. And that's when the drama began. After I got custody of him, went back to the court asking for college support and a paternity test. That's when the problem started. And I had told you guys last time, that was in 2012. Yeah. In 2011, we gave the DNA to Mr. Carter. Then 2012, they came into court and said what they said, which was not true.
So I just wanted to clear that up for everybody. It's a very long, loving, caring history, family from a, moral and legal sense. Yeah. And I just wanted to just make sure that in this episode we got that. So back to you, Sean, or Tommy, who, if you want to.
Yeah, Tommy, do you want to come in?
I have been known to speak.
That's all right. Listen, Ron, keep going. Ron doesn't mind steering the ship, guys. I just didn't want to dominate. All right, Ron's trying to divvy up the time that he spends rambling.
Yeah, I know that.
You know what? I love this. This was so much fun to listen to. We keep talking about 2025 being the year that this kind of stuff, and by this kind of stuff, it covers a really broad spectrum. But what it always comes down to is the really wealthy doing whatever they want because their money allows them to do things that the law would not allow you or me or Ramir, or Dr. Lil, or anybody else to get away with. And I think
Right.
I think this is such a great face for the entire thing. And it's every time you come on, Ramir, every single time, the takeaway for me is always, my God, can you imagine anybody not wanting to say, this is my kid? You know, I'm a dad. I have a son.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've got a boy, and he's close to your age, and I just can't imagine that anybody. You know, it's such a statement on him, but also on the on this industry where image and all of these things trump things like
Right.
you know, heredity and stuff that you're born with. This is nature, right? He's got to be looking out and going, oh my God, my boy. To have that drummed out of you takes a really evil industry. It really does.
Yeah.
Yes, because one thing I can tell you is that money don't make you happy. I mean, it may help you for the moment, and you might can buy things, but at the end of the day, if you're not happy, you're not happy. You know, it's like it's nothing. Your money eventually run out, and if it don't run out, you can't keep it. We all got to go one day, so it's like you only can spend and take memories. Like that's my main thing. I want to take to the grave with me is as much memories as I can. Like, you know, just with great people, just exploring the world and stuff like that. Like that's what we should be worrying about, connecting and fixing
Most
things for the
definitely.
future
Yes.
and making sure that, you know, we still have like, you know, it's somewhere that's still here for our children in the future and their children and all that. You know, we don't want to start them off with all this negativity in courts and lawyers and doing what they want, because if we let it continue, y'all, it will continue. And we honestly know this. We all know if nobody does anything about it, we don't do anything about it, will continue for years and years. So I'm just asking everyone around the world in the community, let's just step up, like step up and do better. It's not just for me. Let's just do better for ourselves, our children. Let's just be the best that we can be. I think a lot of people sometimes lose their drive, and I just want to give you your drive back. Like if you need the energy, just get your drive back. Like please, like if you still got a dream, you still love playing music, and you say I gave music up, any type of stuff. Like I feel like that we really need to just get our drive back and just enjoy life. Like so, you know, get out the house a little.
And
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z knows everybody that Ramir is a wonderful person. He knew that back then because Jay-Z's not crazy. In fact, he wanted Ramir to be on his label, or they asked about it. He didn't ask us directly, but his people in his inner circle. So he was very much aware of what he had in stock in terms of a son, a firstborn. And I think the attorneys and stuff that got involved that kind of messed us up, even though he could have still fixed it, is what made it go from bad to worse. But in the very beginning, he was trying to do the right thing. He was trying to see what he could do to get him a part of his life and so forth and so on. But somehow somebody said something to him and he started thinking with his head and not his heart. So he knows what kind of person he is because they were pursuing. And at that point, Ramir didn't know too much. In the very beginning, we were told not to tell him everything. So he knew some stuff, but very little. He didn't know what we were doing. I'm talking about the legal part. He knew the overall things. And then lo and behold, as time progressed, we had to give him more and more details about what happened to some of these conversations we had with his inner circle, his people. And then of course later the attorneys that came along, some of them had never met Mr. Carter, but they wanted his money. And they were more concerned about that. They wasn't concerned about him, Mr. Carter as a person, but just what they could get from him. So I just want to make the record clear on that because I think Jay-Z, Mr. Carter, he understands that Ramir is a great person. He's done his research.
I'm not after you. That's the whole thing, everybody. And I've been saying this for you. I'm not after. Like, understand.
And then there's
everybody
other
say he's
stories we
chasing
can
you.
tell
You
too,
want Jay-Z to
Ramir.
be your daddy. It's not. It's really not about chasing and one and so on. It's just this the right thing. I mean, if you're my father, you're my father. If you're not, you're not. It's just honestly. It's just that simple, guys. It's not. I'm doing pretty good. Like I get help from everyone in the world. Like I said before, it's so much knowledge out here, and so many great people to learn from and grow with. So it's like, at this point, I'm just, you know, this is this identity thing, and I'm still gonna live life regardless. Like that's what I just want everybody to know. So please don't take so much time out of your day to, you know, give off so much negativity and just think like, you know, if you guys were in my shoes, what would you do? You know, it's a whole lot.
Oh, they're not going to do that. No one does that. To actually take a walk in your shoes first. I'll tell you what, though, that's a great point because there are
Seriously,
so
you
many
know.
armchair quarterbacks that have no problem weighing in on this.
Mm.
Imagine if you don't know your dad, compound that with the fact that the entire world does know your dad. Right? There are things going on here that I don't think most of us could wrap our brain around, even if we tried
Yeah.
to.
Seriously, and that's why
There are dynamics at work. Yeah.
and sometimes,
It's
like I said, I'll be confused. Just like I said with my uncle thing that just happened. I feel
yeah.
like that was, I don't know where that even came from. You know, I feel like, I feel like family, even some family members, and I don't want to put the cousin name out there, because we all still going through our, we all still grieving. But I just feel like, I feel like he just watched this for months, and then he made something to hate your own cousin and your own uncle about, that you just had to do something so dramatic, like, and I'm like so lost about it, like, you kill your own uncle, and it's it's just crazy, like, I just can't wrap my head around it, and I'm just like kind of lost because I just was with him every day, so it's like,
I mean, every day too.
it's, I mean, every single day. So
Every time
I
I
just was
call
looking at
Romeo,
my
he was
little
with him.
pictures from last week and the week before then and the week before then, and I'm looking like at the timeline. Then I just say, it is crazy. You never know what people think, and he could have been thinking like all types of stuff. Honestly, who knows what he's thinking? But I say some family members, even they don't even know what's going on. They look from the outside and think so much is going on. And at the end of the day, I'm working like everyone else, working, saving my money. I work so hard. Like, it's nothing given to me free, honestly.
Sorry
So
for
I
your
just want the
loss.
world to know, like, I am a regular person. It's nothing like it's not just about no money or no fame. Like, I'm okay by, like, with this my regular life. I just won't let nobody walk over me, or no court system, and I don't want that for you guys or your children. So that's why I'm asking you guys to stand and fix the problem. Like, we should want to fix the problem. We get tired of just sitting around and let people walk over us. And I'm talking about court systems, all different types of stuff. I'm not just talking about the court system, but this in life, your bosses and all that. It's just, you gotta stand up for yourself sometimes and just, do what's right. Do what you believe is right.
Somebody got a question
Look,
for you.
Yeah.
go
What
for it.
what end results from G? What end results are you seeking from
Well,
here?
at this point, honestly, I was just trying to get clarity and identity, but if I don't get that, I feel like I still got I feel like I'll be great. I still got
Yeah.
family and friends and so much people that love me that I don't even know. I feel like the energy just, I'm gonna be good regardless of what happens. But
Exactly.
I just wanted to show the world that I fought as hard as I could, and this was a battle that, this took place for years and years and years. That's it. If I can't,
But
I'm not saying I was to stop fighting this, but I'm just saying, like, I fought as hard as I could, and I'm going to continue to live my life. I got children myself, so it's not like I'm
yeah.
just chasing someone to trying to gain something from it. It's just like, at the end of the day, we go to court and we want the truth and we want fair due process. And if the judges and lawyers not even doing that, and everyone's just running over you from all different type of directions, but they can point the finger at you, it's like a little crazy to me. It seems like, can't be you can't play victim if you're doing things on the other side.
Yeah.
A
Very
few
true.
people are asking about the DNA that you gave to Jay-Z's team. And I think that's a very important part of the story, because when you did that, they would have run the test and they know the result, don't they? If you could just
And that's what I'm
explain
saying.
that.
Like, and that's why I said we gave it to them, and the courts had it since the case started. Only was two names on there. The other person took the DNA test, and then the courts got my DNA. Like, they always had it. It's not so.
Yeah,
And,
because
it's
you're his
that, and I
children.
said before, if they felt that it was a problem, these guys could have dismissed this with prejudice. But since the simple fact that they didn't, and they just letting us come around and spend your money, ring around, it's like basically they playing a game. And I don't want to play that type of game. If it's not about the truth and finding out what the truth is and a fair due process, like, this is, we didn't make the court system for us to come in there and get played with. That's not fair to no one.
And another important part of the story, and it's been raised in the question here from one of the viewers, the motive we suspect for Jay-Z trying to suppress this is the mother's age at conception. So The question here is, do you have evidence of your mother's age at your conception to put to Jay-Z's lawyers? Are they aware?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course we have.
That's the reason why we're in this.
My mom was young. She was at least 15, 16 at that age. I
Right.
believe just 15. Yeah, we have the proof.
And this could have kind of stayed quiet a long time ago. But
Yeah, it's not like we wasn't even,
yeah, we didn't bring it to the forefront. The media did. But because he dragged it out, they kept digging. But then we realized that we're trying to protect you or not talk about it, if you will. But you ain't doing nothing for us.
Okay.
And then it just led into, like I said, from bad to worse to ugly. But yes, we definitely have evidence of the mother's age at conception. We know the state she was in, New York.
Okay.
And Mr. Carter has a couple problems because she has an affidavit that says she had intercourse with him. And even though if the child ain't his, if that 1% and the kid ain't his, he still has sex with the mother. She's got two problems. So at the end of the day, that's why he's staying completely away. And I think Ramir feels that there should be a better way to handle this because there's other things that has taken place.
And my whole thing is that he didn't deny it. So we're not on here to try to make no one look like no clown. I believe whatever you do, I mean, it's just come back to you. But at the end of the day, like he hasn't said anything to deny it and all that so forth.
He has not.
It's like what would you guys believe? As I said again, if you was in my situation and your mother told you this since you was a kid and you just continue to fight this for all these years, and the person that knows what's going on just basically doesn't say anything. Like, a little letter would have helped. I would have, anything would have helped, but just not saying anything and just sending lawyers and judges doing what they want in the court. It's just crazy to me, guys. It really is.
Yeah, I think the judge situation is a totally different thing because the judges did an oath of office, raised their right hand, takes our tax money, and did what they were supposed to do or should have done. And I think they're doing the cover up because they got themselves in a situation. We gave them a path out, but they decided not to do it. Right. So at the end of the day, they brought this on themselves. And then it all led to dirty, nasty fight. You going to put a lien based on fraud on somebody's house that you know it ain't real?
Yeah, that's just craziness. All this is craziness.
A hard-earned, worked-for house. And now all of a sudden, I mean, the stuff that you just don't do people like that. And that's what I think rose up in both of us.
But they let that out of the, they let that out of the box. I think that once again, it keeps coming back to this situation over and over again, where if people step up to the plate and take care of their responsibilities, that's never the issue. It's all of the stuff that they do to hide the fact that they're not stepping up to the plate and taking care of their responsibilities. Right. It's like Watergate. It's never the issue. It's the cover up. It's all of the stuff afterwards and trying to allegedly pay off people in the court systems or whatever, because there's just a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to make any sense, like him not being a landowner. And
you see what the internet is, then they'll try to have you looking like you're crazy down the line or just doing crazy stuff. Like it's just that's why I basically try to just stay away. I don't try to just get on here and just talk about Jay-Z or what's going on in court. I really try to stick with the community stuff, do stuff with the family, and I really be just trying to do stuff in my life and just live for me and the family and the world. Like I live for everyone, even if you're not living for yourself. I got that much energy I feel like I hold in me just walking around. And as I said before, I always feel like I got my mom with me, so it's like she just brings me so much joy every time I think of her face, and to see her smile it just take me there. So it's like it helps. And I know my uncles and aunts, like I done lost a couple people over the last 7 years. So it's been a feeling. It's just been all little crazy stuff. But I can tell you that I'm living for them.
You've had a few questions coming about the lien. So one of the questions is, why would Jay-Z put a lien on Dr. Lil's house unless he had something to hide? And the other question, why? Was it for control that he put a lien against her home?
Right. So the first thing is, yes, it was definitely for control, because The thing is, with a fight, when you're in a fight, they want to knock everybody out. So the first part of the fight, they came to me and asked me to take the legal fees that I was owed because they started this whole shenanigans with fraud on the court, and I was due my attorney fees back. But they wanted to flip the script, and they knew that we had caught on to that. So they was like, okay, we'll give you your money back, but Ramir and Wanda has to go away. We don't ever want to see him again. I said, well, I can't promise you that. So that was a way for them to try to get them out the scene. And they did what they had to do with that. Then it came down to just trying to deal with me and to discourage me and to make me, to weigh me down so that I wouldn't want to fight about my rights. So they did something underhanded, was they came up with manufactured sanctions saying that me and Ramir gave out files in the community. We talked to people. We did this. Well, even if we did, it wasn't a gag order and it wasn't a crime, but we didn't at that time. So they was making up stuff to go into court to have what they call kangaroo court. And that's what it was, because the judge and the attorneys were working together because they both were wrong. So those things led to illegal sanctions of attorney fees, mind you that. And then those attorney fees, they buried them into some sort of system so that when I sold my property, it popped up. Because I was making sure I was doing due diligence because I knew what I was dealing with. And I went to my county, there was no liens there. But not until I sold the house, because one of the attorneys, Kenneth L. Winters, worked for a real estate firm doing family law. How about that? So he knew how to bury stuff. So yeah, there were some weird things that happened because of the fact that they all did this bad stuff, and them doing this bad stuff caused the liens to be where they are now. Well, they're not there anymore, but where they were, because initially they owed me money for attorney fees, but their thing was to flip the script, and then make said, we don't owe you money, you owe us money. So I'm going to step out for just a few seconds, but I'll be back. But yes, that whole lien thing was obviously didn't make any sense. But that's what they do sometimes in high profile cases. They play games.
Yeah,
and you have to be able to
games
take the mental thing, the mental stuff and everything. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
You got a question from Bailey, Ramir. Are you legally in contact with him? Are they acknowledging what you are seeking?
I wouldn't say I'm legally in contact with him. I say we talk to, as far as his lawyers, or try to talk to his lawyers and make sure they get everything, that we sending out or trying to do. But I haven't spoken to him before.
Okay, and you've got can the pendulum swing towards more love and respect in hip hop and rap lyrics, or will the violent and misogynistic lyrics always be the most popular? You're an artist, so you've got some expertise there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, I say people tend to go to the violence and all that because that's just something they hear. So I wouldn't say they following, but I say they're kind of following the trend right now. I wouldn't say it's a trend, but the type of rap that they like. But I always try to be realistic. It's always the best rap is realistic. Being real to yourself, speaking about life, telling about what you're going through in life, and just expressing yourself. I feel like that's the best music. It's not so much of the killing and drug dealing and stuff like that. You're going to hear it, but I feel like that's why I like the old music, the old school music, and I mix it with a little new music. So I'm everywhere with music. I love hip hop, I love pop, I love R&B. So it's like when I want to listen to something that's real peaceful to help my mind, I go to the old R&B. So and I feel like the world just got away from that. A lot of love and just showing love and compassion towards each other, and there's so much hate that is out there. But I do feel like we can change it. I feel like it's going to go away and get back to a lot of love and just talking about your life stories.
And I've just put Ramir's YouTube channel link in the live chat. You've got a question from Misinformation, and it is: do you remember being put into any programs as a kid for gifted and talented children, or anything that would hold you back from reaching your true potential when you were young?
I have a program as far as
kind of question is that?
I wouldn't say no
That's
program. I
crazy.
have been in programs as far as like I did
Yeah.
like Navy Sea Cadets, and I guess when we was younger I did like we was in foster care for like a year before my mom and my mom came and got us. My mom and my family came and got us. So that's pretty much the only thing I remember as a kid. Everything else was pretty great. You know, family was there for me, tried as much as they can to give us everything they could afford for us, and just be the best people they could be.
This one's come up again. Why won't you do an ancestry test?
I did an ancestry test, and I will. I can do it again. That's no problem. I just been not honestly worrying about it. Just been moving around. I wouldn't say I haven't been worrying about it, but I feel like since the courts have my DNA, like them guys, I just want them to fully work and handle the problem. But that's not saying that I won't get another ancestry test down the line and try again, or 23andMe. So I'll definitely keep them in mind and try them down the
How,
line again, once again. I just don't. I never did 23andMe, but I did do Ancestry, and just from the first experience I got from it, I just don't know. I honestly don't know. A lot of people say it's great, so I'll definitely try it again and let you guys know, keep you guys updated on everything.
Thanks for the super chat, Jamil. Ramir, you're my little blood cousin. Your mum, Wanda, and Holly, and Sassy, all my cousins, been reacting to your situation with Jay-Z on my channel. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I think the world is, don't you think?
Yeah, seriously, man.
I get excited every time I see it too. But you're everywhere. This is a story.
And that's why I said, man, it's been, and I just would honestly just want to take this. I want to say story. I just want to take the energy and just continue to do great things in life. And with y'all guys' support, I really feel that I can take this to the next level and just help out. I really just want to help out, build a community that just that just uplifting everyone in the world. That's the main thing. We want to build each other to just uplift others and push each other to that next basically to that next level.
I think you'll have great success with that. I mean, people are gravitate to your positivity, and it's almost easy to forget the tragedies of your life and
I've been
the situation with your father. The fact that you're asking for nothing apart from accountability. In the great scheme of millionaires, billionaires, and Hollywooders, you imagine how many fake children come out of the woodwork, right? All with their hands out. Surely
that's
true.
That has never been me. That's never been me. I honestly think that's kind of like I wouldn't say is this. It is money hungry people in this world. We all see that, but I could honestly tell you guys, this is not that. I'm not. I don't even sit here waste you guys' time and all this putting all this energy in it, because it'll hurt me more than anything. At the end, this is nothing. Me playing around with this or creating a story to want to come out here and get fame off. It's not. That's not what it is. I'm not looking. I was never
that
looking
wasn't the
for
point
no
I was
fame.
trying to make from here. I was saying you're the only one who isn't. Just to be clear, in the grand scheme of all of these, fake cases and people looking for handouts, surely it has to be the one who isn't asking and who just wants accountability that people need to be paying attention to. That's what the point I was trying to make there before the side chat comes for me. I was in no way saying you were looking for a handout. And just one thing, you've acknowledged the tragedies. How do you keep that smile on your face all day? Because you are one of the most genuinely oozing with positivity individuals I've ever met, and by just the data alone, you should be broken. The tragedy you've been through.
I mean, a lot of people say, you go through a lot in life, and I feel like God won't put nothing in front of you that you can't handle. And I've been through some big fights, and I'm still going through them. So, but I feel like that everything has helped me grow for the better, and it's been helping me as far as being a better father with my kids and connecting with others and working with others. It's all been really great to me, honestly. So when I think of the negativity, I honestly, all the deaths and crazy shit I had going on with me and everything that's going on, I kind of just try to flood it with positivity. Like I think about it, I do. It comes to my brain, but soon as it get there,
I'm going to call this right now, Ramir. 10 years from now, your kids will be sitting talking about how an amazing dad you were on the internet, tying up the next chapter of your legacy and story. I can see it happening now, and you'll have that's the same face you'll be having when they're sat next to you talking about this. And
Seriously.
if we could bottle your mindset, your positivity, your way of just carrying on, I think would be billionaires. And like I
Yes.
said, I just wanted to ask you, what is your advice to people about keeping going on? Like, what is the one thing? And you maybe have just answered this, but
But it's basically about guys like stop thinking so much of the negative, please. Like it's so and I understand, and when I say that, it's like, well, what is he talking about? It's like you go through negative stuff, you can't not think about it. But when I say stop thinking of so much negative, just try to think of positive stuff that you go through. When you think of something negative, like try to think of someone you really love that you're missing, like an older grandmom that used to be here for your older aunt that someone that a loved one that great moments that you had in your life. Like it really helps. It really helps when you think of things that actually was good for you in your life and people that you felt genuine with the love and all that. So it's like I can't sit here and be angry because I feel like I'm wasting time. Like, and as I said, I see my uncle. I was just with every day. He always say, "You play, you play." You don't play checkers, you play chess. So it's like I listen to that. It's not. I sit there and think, when I'm talking to you guys, this is raw cut. As you can see, I don't sit there and try to rehearse or go over what I'm going to say. It's just all raw cut. So it's like, what I'm saying to you is coming from my heart. But I just want people to know that just love and stop so much of the hate and just could you don't want to talk to your family. You want to stay away from everyone, friends, and you just it's this start loving one another a little more, and you'll see that the outcome of that is just great. Honestly, great. No negativity when you don't talk and give off the negative energy, and you don't have someone talking behind your back, and you got just people helping you and just trying to push you to the next level. You tend to feel better, like you really do. When you got people just sitting around you and not doing nothing and waiting and inspecting things, it's like you don't want that. I'm gonna say you don't push them to the next level. Stop letting them guys just sit around
I'm with
and
you.
just waste their lives. Just push them to the next level and hope that they doing the same to you. That's all it takes. Like guys just sit around and let years go past, and not just guys, females too. And I feel like that, as I said before, if we all just help each other, I don't care what your dream is. If you got a support system to help you push your dream forward, I promise you can get far. Whatever you want to do.
That's
We got a
facts.
question here from a viewer, and
Thank
it's
you. Thank you.
how did Jay-Z and your mum meet, and was there a relationship?
Well, I'm just going. I guess my Jay-Z and my mom just met. I guess through a friend, Keisha, and they got connected like that. He came and picked my mom up, him and a friend, and they went, I guess, to New York or the building that they said they went to, had a party and smoked and did little stuff like that, smoked and party, listened to music, and then things just went to the next level. I wouldn't say it was a relationship, but I fully don't know because I wasn't there. So for me to just trying to talk for my mom, you guys can go read our affidavits, but I can say that if it didn't have no truth to it, these guys could have easily, just got this out of here and been taking care of this. So it's like she met him, said she just met him back then with a friend, and I guess he had a friend with him who was driving the car, and it just was like regular stuff. You meet somebody, you want to interact, y'all go hang out somewhere and just have a good time. You don't really put too much to that. So many people do it around the world and don't think about it and just don't think it could come with anything. But we all make mistakes. I wouldn't say make mistakes, but we all do things that we you know fully don't understand and don't know what can come from it.
So Pam's wondering if he does agree to the DNA and it comes back he is your father, but he doesn't want a relationship with you, would you be okay with that?
No, that's cool. It was never about this relationship. Obviously, he ain't want a relationship all this time because we could have been talked this out, not even just through son and stuff like that. We just could have talked as regular men. I respect him as a person. I respect everybody as a person. So if he did come back as my father and he didn't want no relationship, I'll be good with that. I continue to it's a lot of great fathers out here that I could connect with and just let's just push the world to the next level and just continue to grow and get better with. So that this would be his loss.
I think
with
I'd
all
ask
due
you-
respect,
Oh,
with all due respect to Mr. Carter, the very best of what that dude has to offer on earth, he already passed on to you, my man.
yeah.
I promise you, you got the best of what that man is. I promise you, and everybody sees it. Yeah.
I don't know if you were here the last time I asked this, and I want to get your take and Ramir's sort of second take on this. Does anyone feel like if anything was to happen to Jay-Z legally or with his marriage, that he could use Ramir as almost like a headline to sort of bring him back into the public eye in a positive light? I feel like the stage is being set. Sadly, it's the double-edged sword, isn't it? It's getting your story out there, and then it's also getting enough people aware of you that evildoers can manipulate the situation. Do you worry? Do you think, Tommy, that that's a possibility? And then you, Ramir, what do you both think?
I absolutely think it is. It's these are individuals who have to, for better or worse. You can't really be mad at them, even if you're, when someone's out there with that large of a media presence, social media presence. Everything has got to be planned. And there are a lot of times where people would like to deflect. And there's a lot of times where, an image is doing this one. At this moment, Ramir is not helping Jay-Z's image, but he absolutely could. I think the world would like to see him step up and do the right thing. And that pressure will probably build. I think that's actually a pretty sharp point, Ron.
Do you think, that last point on this, do you think he could be pressurized just to weaponize the situation? So he's not changed. Let's say in this argument, he has decided that he does not want to have anything to do with Ramir. Do you think that he could be weaponized and have his hand forced? Because I get this feeling when there was the talk of Ramir, you were saying that you almost got a record deal and all of this. Like, that is a major point in this that I think just gets breezed over. Because that was a connection, that was a bond. That, to me, there is a higher force at that stage who's interjected. And for whatever reason, he's had to stick by that deal till now. So I don't know what my point was again. So, Tommy, do you think that he could be weaponized and it could become... I don't know if you've already answered that. I'm sure I had a point. I've forgotten it now. Sorry, Ramir. It's ADHD.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. I know how I get.
Yeah, Ron remind me of me. I had a point, but I forgot. I say that so many times. I'm old. But I'm having fun and enjoying life, baby. In the Philippines. Here we go.
I think I don't know that I think about it in terms of weaponized, but I think about it in terms of, like, right now, the all of the Seans have a very serious problem with PR. And as these snowballs kind of build with that, stepping up to the plate and doing the right thing does wonders. It really does. A little accountability. And I think we're 2025. I know I sound like such a pie in the sky dude, but there is a different attitude. It feels different than it did, 3 or 4 months ago. And I think I think we could absolutely see this guy probably get an awful lot of love back. I certainly would feel different about him. And I think,
Tommy, it's not like we're going to see an opportunity come into play where Jay-Z's lost everything, has to buy a new house, rebuild, and then tries to move this young man in as part of it as some way to rebuild his reputation. I'm not saying anything. I know what these people
see
are
something on the horizon, do you?
Dude, my spidey sense is tingling.
Yeah,
probably it could be something coming in the air. Listen, that we just, we don't fully know, but I definitely feel great. As I said, I got to just keep this positive energy up through everything. So I will keep it up. I can't let nobody bring me down, regardless of what's said, and I will continue to push.
I'm telling you, an asteroid could hit the Earth, burn us all to a crisp apart from you. You'd be left with a tiny little ball-sized asteroid, and you'd wake up and go, well, another awesome day with me and my ball, and off you go. Like, this is what I'm saying. You're an incredible individual, and
with a smile.
If you haven't got yourself a corner carved out of the internet where you can bring this every day to people, then, put a one in the side chat if you would tune in for this level, just that smile, just the vibe, we would. Coffee.
And I really thank y'all for even listening. You guys been so much help. All you guys on here, Tommy and all you guys, Sean. I really appreciate everything you guys been doing for me. Y'all really been supporting me and been behind me. So I can't ask for enough. You guys been really there, and anything you need me to do, I'm there for you guys. I really just appreciate you just believing in my story and just knowing I'm here to tell you guys the truth. What I believe is the truth. And Like you just can't ask for more than that. Like that's so much. It's just realness to me, and I just believe this is what a lot of others in the world need. You know, it only takes the time out of the day, regardless what it came through, story or how you guys heard it. Or, you know, we connected through a way, and you guys, I really appreciate y'all. I love you guys' energy.
Facts,
Love
facts.
You
right
know,
back.
I'll
I'm
keep
gonna
it real.
go
Way
find
too often they don't feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Way too often the stories feel very, very different. You're an easy guy to get behind. This is an easy,
yeah.
you know, this is, am I right? I mean, this is a decision
Uh-huh.
that I don't know anybody that's seen your story that walked away with a different opinion. I mean, the 1% that just, you know, you handed them $1 million,
Yeah.
they complain about how heavy the bag was they had to carry home.
Yeah.
But the normal folk all see this for what it is. And,
Yeah.
you know,
If
you're a testament to the man, whether he realizes it or not.
yeah, if the
Right.
story turns
Facts,
out that Ray
facts.
Meir is the bad guy in this situation, there's more chance of Diddy getting out and
Yeah,
having a
that's
number
why
one
I
single
definitely,
at
definitely
Christmas.
don't want
You know what
that.
I'm saying? There's more chance of a Christmas number one with Diddy than that happening. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, mad. Yeah.
Wow.
You've got a question from
Wow,
Lady
yeah.
Warrior, Ramir, and it is, do you have your own children, and how does this experience make you a better father?
Yes, I do have my own children, and it makes me a better father because it just helps me, you know, be honest to them, tell them the truth. I want to be an honest father. You know, whatever I can do, I'll be honest to them guys. Like I might can't do it today or tomorrow, but I'll make sure I get it for you guys instead of just creating a story. And like, so it just helps me grow as a man. And just I want them to be, you know, respectful kids, respect your elders, respect everyone, give love and great energy out. So if I can't show my kids I'm doing that, then you know you got to get it from the foundation. So I feel like that's just something I want to install in my kids, that love is important, you know, grow, learn as much as you can from everyone, and just give that great energy out. Just give great energy and just let no one just make you angry and pull you down, because it can happen. You hear the craziest stuff. People can say the darndest things about you or say the craziest stuff about you, but if you let that pull you down, you will be, I mean, left in the loophole.
So Kerry is sending you lots of love for protection and asking whether you see Jay-Z's resemblance in your kids.
Yes, everybody say my younger son. I don't know. Everybody say my youngest son looks like him. I guess the nose and the face. Rakai, that's my youngest son. But yeah, it's the people from where I see a little resemblance. But you know, I can't fully say. You know, we all got, you know, big noses, I would say, and like, you know, just different facial features that just stick out.
It's your teeth. It's the teeth. That's what to me. That's what looks like it. But here's something. I'll say it since everyone else is way too classy to say this. When you go about trying to cover up the things that you've done, the way that your dad has done, your alleged dad has done, then I'm the first dude to say I think you deserve a payday. I'm sorry, I really do. This is a guy worth $2,800 million. And to take the money that he's taken to try to duck the responsibility of being a dad because of the fact that the conception might have taken place below a certain number or whatever. You know what? Sorry. Get out your checkbook. I don't think that this. I mean that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if that's what you've done as a human
Same
being,
here. Same
well, then I
here.
think that you know, obviously money means an awful lot, and so does image. Then get out your checkbook, tell the world what you've done, and write a check. Sorry,
Yeah.
not sorry.
Yeah.
Especially when it's been years of him going back and forth trying to get this DNA test done. Let's say you finally, okay, man, dang, this guy had to file. He don't have that much money. He trying to raise his kids. And then all of a sudden, you are the father. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Now what you gonna do? Get your checkbook out, cuz. You got to.
And that's how you feel, Tom. I can't take nothing from you, guy. I can't say
Nope,
that's
that's
wrong or
how I
not.
feel,
You know,
man.
it's just, you know,
I mean, let's
I
be
got so
honest,
many
right?
mixed feelings at this point in time. You know, that's why I said
Yeah.
I can't sit and think on it.
There's like allegations of the net worth of being close to 9 billion of the empire of this man. Arguably, you could skim 2 cents of every interest dollar that fortune makes for the rest of his life, have zero impact on him, and change the world. Do you know what I'm saying, Ramir? Like, you
Right.
really could.
Seriously, man. You right
Well, let's
about
get
that.
up into
Though.
the dimes and nickels then and
You
see
really
what
are.
happens.
You've got another follow-up.
Justice.
You got another follow-up question about your kids. Bailey wants to know: will you tell your kids in the future?
Yeah, I kind of like. I wouldn't say I would. I just kind of let them like. My kids. I'm not going to be. As I said, I wouldn't lie to them if they asked me the question. I would just basically explain to them once they fully can understand that. This is what we was going through, and this is what we was fighting for because this is what your grandmother left us with, and if we don't get the problems taken care of, it's more than one grandpa, and as I said, it's people around the world that's always loving, supporting, and helping your family grow, and it will
All
be
you
there
got
for
to
my
do is
son.
tell
Has
the
been
truth.
loving people that's been here
Excellent.
for my son every day. Like he definitely got a entourage that's here supporting them and helping us out. So I appreciate everyone's help, the ones that's helping us, and you guys just for all the energy and everything you do.
Are
You got to
you,
do
are
is
you
tell the
back, Dr.
truth.
Lil?
I am.
Mm.
All you got
We
to
were
do is
dealing
just
with
tell
some
the
things.
truth.
There's some psychological things, legal stuff, the emotions. There's so much to go along with a 10, 12, 14-year case
Yeah, so
of
much.
judges signing orders they know to be wrong. And the effect it has on people's lives, not just money in the house, it's a big deal too, but just all the other things that go along with that. So there's been some people trying to help Ramir and I with that piece of it, the psychological and emotional piece. But yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm
Mhm.
back. Y'all had fun?
Yeah, we talk.
We
You're having
certainly
fun,
did.
right?
Let me just mention to the viewers then, because the viewers in the previous 2 episodes have offered to help you guys financially, and I want to make it clear, because when people put cash apps up, you get people saying, these guys are just trying to scam people, blah blah blah. So Raimir and Dr. Lil have never asked for money. Viewers have suggested we get a way up so that donations can be made, and we have done that. And there are 2 cash apps in the description box below this video if you're watching it on YouTube. And so the purpose of the 2 cash apps, Dr. Lil, how's that going to help you guys if people want to donate?
So yeah, we want to do. I was telling Ramir for the travel piece.
Yeah.
We have to do some traveling, such with planes and other stuff related to the case as well as community.
Yep.
It'd be something they can send directly to him if they like. And then we have the other one, the nonprofit one, the nonprofit cash app. We want to do our legal fees with that, but we're also looking to do a documentary, and we're hoping that everybody will be a part of this.
Right.
Because some of this time in our life, this is a pivotal moment where we are. That's why Ramir keeps saying the people that we have met, the people who are around us now. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because when
really
you've been
is.
through stuff, it's like a lot of turnovers, right? But now we feel like this documentary, for those who mentioned it to us, is a beautiful thing, because it was a time we wasn't talking about it. I know I wasn't talking too much about this.
Yeah, we wasn't at all.
Kind of keeping it in. And not that I was trying to hide it. It was just I couldn't. Part of it, I was in shock. And I didn't realize that my psyche was seeing it as a shock type thing. And then when I started coming to, so to speak, I said some time ago, I wanted the world to know what we've been through in that courtroom, because the courtroom can change your whole life. So the cash apps are going to help with the legal fees.
Mhm.
It's going to help with attorney fees.
Wow.
It's going to help with travel stuff, things that are outside of our scope of our regular expenses that we have every day, our own personal stuff that's separate, that we want to be able to do something so that we don't have to be weighed down by that cost. If people feel
So,
And that's
have you
again, we
got?
just
Have you
appreciate you
got?
guys for the love and support that even if
So
you guys was
just
to send $1 or don't send anything, we just appreciate you guys for all the love and support that you give us on an everyday
here,
basis and just being with us all these years and just supporting us for us. Like, thank you so much.
Dr. Lil, the documentary you're talking about. I imagine you'll be filming a lot of it yourself, right? And just keeping costs down and keeping focused on traveling, right? So
Yes.
I'll say this to you right now: I will sit with you and edit the whole documentary once it's filmed, completely free of charge, and
Ooh.
that's one cost that I can take right off the bat for you right there. So
We just need
Thank you
somebody to
so
help us
much,
put it
man.
together.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've made 4 or 5 documentaries. Like I'm all about digital storytelling, and a massive slot just got freed up from a project that I was meant to be doing, and I would love for you to think about that, and I would be more than happy to do that. And I don't want any credits, ownership, nothing. That's it. It would be yours. There's no fishiness, no funny games. I wouldn't even want a credit, so that it's all yours and you can do with it what you will, but then you don't have to fork out thousands and thousands for someone to edit it for you.
Yeah, we'd be so grateful for your help, man. We really appreciate that. Like, we really would love to have you.
I got you.
Dr. Lil, a lot of people in the chat here in the UK, and because we don't have Cash App here, they're asking if you guys have set up a PayPal, if you've got a PayPal email or a PayPal link that we could add to the
Yes, we do have a PayPal. Let me see if I can get it for you. There's a PayPal. I forgot about the UK. And I told Ramir, we got to go over to the UK.
That's what y'all been saying, that we got to go visit. Like, we need to take one of these weeks out.
I'd like to do that too.
You know, I'm not sure, guys. Like, I would love to come down there.
Are you going to email that over, Dr. Lil, to me?
Yes.
And I can put it in there.
You mean,
That'd be great.
yeah, I can email it. Yeah, I don't need to put it because I keep figuring we're not on
Thanks.
whatever that is, where you can't put it in the chat because people can't. Right. That ain't good. So let me get that, and then I will send it right over.
And just so you know, I am qualified for the job, Dr. Lil. Just so
I know you are.
Just so you know, just in case you think I'm a crazy guy off the internet that's going to like Windows 95 your whole documentary. It's like when someone shows you their ugly child and you're like, do I break the news that I like? This isn't what I was expecting. So I just want you to know I'm fully qualified, and I got you. So
Thank you so much.
I would love to go up to in New Jersey or New York and help out with the documentary. Shoot it. Take my cameras up there. Take all my equipment up there. Stay in a hotel and help shoot it. I would love to do that, especially when I get back to the Philippines, from the Philippines. So I'm gonna have to contact Ron and let him know, yo, man, I want to be part of this too.
So much. And one thing about, I think, whatever evolves in people's lives and where they're going, in my opinion, I feel like all of us come up together. So although persons don't want things or compensation, blah, 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 as we get blessed, we have to bless other people. So I just want you to keep that in mind, because that's an important thing, I think, for us all to always, to not forget of those who are around us. Just saying, everybody.
Oh yeah, if you end up with like a 2 billion Jay-Z payout, I'll take
exactly.
I'll take a bung then, mate. No problem, 100%. Like a little bit of land or something, no problemo. But only if it comes up Trump. So I'm joking, but yeah, I'm excited. So thank you for that.
A few people are asking, what story do you want the documentary to portray?
So that's where you're going to have get help for the producer. But for those who don't know, I lost my parents when I was 11 years old. And it was a tragedy to turn into
I'm a producer. Hello.
And that's one of the things that helped me connect to Wanda Ramir's mother faster. Because at that time, we both had lost my mother's, or her mother wasn't around at the time. So somehow something in her connected with me. I'm on instantly. And I believe things happen as an evolution, like a puzzle, if you will, to where we're supposed to go in life. Even this whole thing that we're going through with this case stuff. None of this is by accident. So I think in meeting you guys, all these things are part of, I believe, the bigger picture, the bigger narrative. So I think that then that would be something that a good producer can help us with. Definitely Ramir's story and how our worlds came together, because I think that's a big deal, and the experiences we each bring to the table, good, bad, and ugly.
Mm-hmm. Before you do anything or sign anything or pay anyone, we'll connect behind the scenes and I'll give you my full capabilities list, because I'm a bit of a smart nerd and I'd love to hear.
You look smart.
Wait, you're a nerd?
I can tell.
Super nerd, king of the nerd.
I just sent it over. It's the CEO email that people can use for PayPal. It's a nonprofit. We'll make sure you get credit for your donation. And we will put your money to good use. We will be good stewards over your money, because I believe in, doing right by every penny, every dime.
Right.
I believe when you do right, more comes to you to do more things to help other people. Because, like you say, after a certain amount of money, I mean, you can't spend it. You can't spend it all. You definitely got to give a lot of it away, and you want to be responsible in what you're doing so you can empower somebody else's life. Because that's what this is all about.
Facts.
Right.
That's true.
Can I just confirm then? Can I just confirm the email address is ceo.org1978@gmail.com.
That's correct.
CO dot. All
Dr.
right,
Lou,
I'm
you've got
going to send.
WhatsApp, right? You've got WhatsApp, right?
I do. WhatsApp is isn't that a
Okay.
think
Well,
I-
after
email
we
thing?
touch base, once we touch base in email, you'll definitely both need to set up WhatsApp because that is the workflow app of choice. Look at Tommy's face of shame there that he still hasn't figured it out. But Ramir, you'll be able to figure it out. I'll get the contact information over, then we'll create a group, and then we can talk about narrative structures and production flows and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to be quiet now and let you guys go back to questions and the show.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're open, and Ramir has a lot of experience too with I won't say movies, but kind of movies and stuff. And what do you call it? Videos.
Yeah, I just say we've been all around. As a guy, mom, we had me in
He loves the camera
some of the
too in a
acting
good
school
way.
for a whole year. Up New York, I did Barberzon. It says this week I did a lot of different things. We didn't just been doing all different types of stuff over the years, and that's why I said it's just great to have that support system, to just somebody there to just keep pushing you to do better, keep pushing you to do better.
100%. Yeah, like I say, I would just be trying to guide you to what you guys want. It's not like a takeover or anything like that. But I'm excited to talk to you guys. Really am.
I've just
We
tested
ready.
your
We ready
PayPal.
also.
I've just tested your PayPal and sent $100 over. So I'm also going to
Thank
put
you
it.
so much, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate
And
you.
if anyone else needs your PayPal tested, Sean is ready to go. So just
I need my yeah, that's a great idea, Tommy. Brilliant, mate.
Now that's gone through, I'm putting the PayPal link in the live chat.
Yeah,
Thank you for your seat.
I need mine tested.
If anyone else wants to add to that, if you're here in the UK, there you go. And if you're watching this on the replay, the PayPal is at the top of the YouTube description box right now, and then the Cash Apps are below that.
And just know we'll be down in the UK. I'd love to take a trip over there, so we'll definitely be down the UK.
You might not want to come back.
Or we all
just we all
meet in like Spain, which is if you're flying to the UK, you may as well keep going to Spain, right? And then we can all sit somewhere hot instead of us all sitting in the UK going, "We warned you." You know how we're stuck inside still because of the rain.
Man, I'm listening.
This is sideways rain. Welcome to the UK. Nah, mate, somewhere hot.
Listen, bro, I love going to different places and just it's just something
like
about
the
going to somewhere new,
Philippines.
somewhere you haven't been. So it's like
I agree.
Nice
so let's
out
all go
here.
somewhere new, and then on the way back, you can stop off in the UK, realize how wet it is, and then there's a plan here, Ramir. I got you.
Yep.
I'd like to go to the UK.
Ron lives in the misty highlands. I don't know if you've seen that movie Braveheart.
How you guys feeling about
you in the Highlands, huh?
No. Ron lives in the capital of Scotland, which is called Edinburgh, right? And everything to Ron.
Too. Scotland.
Scotland is Scotland's where it's at, Premier. Scotland's where it's at. You would love it, right? But to me, you know Game of Thrones, right? You know North of the Wall in Game of Thrones. Everything outside of Edinburgh and Scotland is north of the wall to me. It's all just wild things, bro. Like Edinburgh's where it's at, and Glasgow hate it. There's like 8 million Scots, 6 million of them are in Glasgow, and they're not the capital, and they can't handle it.
Wow! All that open land over there, probably beautiful though.
We're the original West Coast East Coast rivalry, just to be clear. Edinburgh and Glasgow. We invented it. We invented it. We just use harsh language instead of like gang tactics. Mainly just harsh language. And
it says sunny Newcastle.
Oh, listen, Newcastle. Newcastle's the only part of England that used to be part of Scotland that is honorary, still part of Scotland. The Scots love Newcastle. Moan the hen nights, ladies. Always a pleasure to see you up in Edinburgh. Why are you letting me talk? Somebody ask an intelligent question, please.
Harry wants to know if you guys can talk about the corrupt judges.
Yes.
Somebody on Twitter not only talked about them, they got the pictures of all of the 6 judges.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it while we're talking here. But I'll go first and then let Ramir. From the legal standpoint, the judges kind of started out okay. But I think what happened is when one judge started doing the wrong thing, they have a culture and they do what they call cover the cover up. And they didn't know that this case was going to go as long as it went. So we started out what I think judges typically trying to do what was in the best interest of the law, but then somewhere along the line, some mistakes were made. And when those mistakes were brought to, that's when I believe Carter's attorneys stepped in. They called these people, or this one person, the bag man. And their job is to go in there and make it happen and to pay people off. And I'm not saying it happened, but that's what I believe. So at the end of the day, that's what started, I think, a series of problems with the judges being able to not see the law.
Right.
And then one of the judges even asked me for money. He said, when are you going to pay me? I said, what? He had his clerk come out to meet me before the court came to session. And she was the one who said, he's willing to give you your attorney fees back that you lost, but your godson and his mother got to go. You don't ever want to see him again.
Yeah.
So she planted that. We go into court and he says it on record. When you going to pay me? I looked at him like he was crazy. A black man too, black judge. He was the presiding judge for the family court. So that was that side, or that forum, that side. Then for me to get my attorney fees back, which is really at that point, we still wanted that. And Ramir still wanted his paternity stuff, and he was valid to get it. We go over to the civil law for damages. Ramir had a civil law case for inheritance. Inheritance rights you get in New Jersey if there's no father on your birth certificate. Make a long story short, the judges over there was not going to play. They were going to follow the law. But what happens over time, unfortunately, some judges or some people who know how to do this stuff, we call it bribery, they know how to break you. They know how to get a price, get a number, they call it.
There you go.
So unfortunately, it didn't happen right away on the civil law side. But over time, this particular attorney, who's supposed to be a celebrity attorney, he works behind the scenes to do this stuff. And then I found out later who some people he was connected to.
Do you know,
so Ramir kept telling me, he says he knows somebody, he's connected to somebody.
And basically, what I think it is, judges is doing the wrong thing. I feel like, from the civil courtrooms we did go in, the judges just basically was looking at the paperwork and saying, like, looking at the judge that was on it before them, and it was like a friendship type thing. Oh, I'm not going to go over Judge Bart if he already wrote this. I'm just going to leave it and pass it to the next one, and the next one to get it. Oh, I'm not going over Judge Arlene if they already them two got it. So it just was a pass down.
Which
game.
makes no sense at all.
Pass
you
the
got to
buck.
go by the
Pass
law.
the buck.
After this live
That's
stream,
crazy.
please get Dr. Lil one of those pens that when she clicks the side, it just starts recording everything that's said around it. I think it would be highly beneficial. They're about $30 on Amazon, right? All you do is click the side and it just starts recording everything to the pen and the device, because I think you would greatly benefit from people being held accountable for the things that they say. I mean, metaphorically speaking, I'm definitely not suggesting in courts or anything like that. Definitely not. But I'm just saying.
Some people had to do that too. They came into the court, they recorded stuff because they were tainting evidence. Ramir had to put in a case about that.
Oh, it was craziness in them courtrooms, and that's, as I said before, I'm not a lawyer, so I just go in there and speak how I'm speaking to you guys, just trying to tell the truth and what I believe was the truth. And it just seemed like everything was a game, a game. Let's see how long we could drag it out to bring them back to make them file for this, or let's pass it over to this, or we don't want nothing to deal with it. We're gonna pass it over to these judges, and
it was exactly trying not to be a gift.
And months to go to another court date, and you got to go back and file again and wait for months and months to go to another court date, and it's like wow, is these courts really here for us? And we all out here breaking our necks to pay our tax dollars, and just going crazy. We paying these judges and our officers that's of our states and all that. Like they can take the money from us, but when we go in there, they basically just creating policies and creating things that they want to follow. Like that is wild. Judge.
But it turned out to be a gift, Ramir. From them dragging this out and doing this, it stretched it all the way to now.
Yep.
Because it made our stuff relevant, even though there's no statutory on fraud.
Yep.
All these other shenanigans helped us out, because that's why you don't do wrong.
It's all
Because they
bull.
said when you
I
reap
keep
what you
telling
sow, it's
y'all
real,
that.
y'all. You
It's
reap
just
what you
all
remember,
sow.
bull.
And
just remember, Amir, when we talk about these things, you used one word there where you said it's like a game to them, and it can easy to use that word, but games have a way for you to win. You know, and what these people are doing is twisted, systematic, prolonging, breaking, take the house, the lien, the money, everything. They're depending on acts of God to prevent this from ever having an ending. And it's just sad that you have had to go through so much, and it goes through every single level.
Yes, it does. And that before I just seemed like, well, damn, we didn't hit the Supreme Courts and everything. And it seems like it's just, at this point, what do you do? I guess you do move on and just try to continue just to live life. The Supreme Court, I don't know what other courts to go to, or if people they don't want to do their jobs with can. Well, that's why I'm saying we have to change it. The people, while us uniting, we the only ones that can do it. We can't just let no judges and lawyers just sit there and
United
expect
we
them to
stand, divided we
do the right
fall.
thing all the time. Or come on, it's just we need to change it ourselves.
Yeah.
you got
And that's how they stay together. United they stand, divided they fall. That's why they watch each other's back. A bribe or a payout goes long further than what you think. It ain't like you got to bribe over and over again. I got to look out for Mr. Jay-Z, allegedly. He already paid me a lot of money. Let him know I'm still in his corner. Yeah, that crazy
you got to
stuff.
make them do
That's
the right
exactly
thing.
right. And that's where everybody is at right now. That's why your story is compelling, because you don't have the greed face that we see every time somebody shows up from someone's past yelling about wanting to be paid for their horrific childhood. You come out with a completely different attitude, and you know what? I know it's frustrating, and I'll offend all of the people that don't have a faith, but a lot of times these things happen in a particular time frame for a reason. And you know what? The whole world is talking about the Carter family and the in relation to Diddy, and this is just the timing is kind of epic, isn't it?
Yeah, it
It couldn't
is.
really
Wow.
be
Unbelievably
more
epic.
Honestly,
perfect.
wow.
Yeah.
It really
Nobody
You
is.
got
could
a
have planned this.
you got a
No,
few
it's great.
questions. You had a few questions come in about the court stuff. Phenomenal RN wants to know if Jay-Z ever showed up at any of these court hearings.
No,
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 no.
that's crazy. Phenomenal. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I can't. He hasn't showed up to none of them. He sends his lawyers there. They're there faithfully. They're there early with the coffee and everything else.
Brought
And
me here. So.
but it's like yeah, he does that. He don't got a show, I guess. But I
Yeah,
just
he
want
don't
the
have to
world to
show
see
up.
this, because if a
That's
typical person
crazy.
did this, the person with not so
Wow.
much funds and not traveling the world, if we didn't show to too many court cases, they got bench warrants and warrants out for us and stuff like that but it's just like, hey, I'm not going to come today. Hey, I'm not coming no time in the next 5 years. Hey, I'm going to take another 5 years off. It's like, wow, this is wild. But I understand money can make you, money.
FPA, failure to appear. They get really, really upset about that.
He's not required to show up for family court or civil. He has to show up for district. You can't send your attorneys for that. And then he said something in a song, one of those years, 2017. He said, "They're in my pocket, and I'm not, and I've never been there before." Something to that effect.
Yeah, they just sent so much
So
stuff to
they
us
were in
down
his
mine.
pocket, and he never even visited the place. But no, he never showed up family court or the civil law because he's not required by law to do so.
Harry's asking whether the documentary will portray the courtroom drama.
100%.
Yes, it will. We want you guys to know what's going on, because they seal everything, so these lawyers and these judges,
There's something about
everything is just
Murray.
sealed, and they don't want y'all to know the truth. But honestly, I just feel like you guys should know the truth, regardless of what happens.
Sarah
We
wants to
took
know if you can take it to the Supreme Court.
We
a
have.
portion of the case was already taken of the Supreme Court back in 2018, I want to say. If you Google our names, it'll come up. If you Google our names, it'll come up with United States Supreme Court. It should come up. But what happens in the United States Supreme Court is you have to have an attorney. An attorney has to be able to be entered into the United States Supreme Court in order needs to go before them So we tried to. Me and Ramir did a video trying to get an attorney, but we wasn't able to get one.
Yeah, we couldn't. Everybody seemed like the ones that we had before. It seemed like they just didn't want to pick up the case. I don't know if they were scared of Jay-Z's name or his firm, but it seemed like when they start hearing it was who was it against? You know, they changed their minds. Some of them, not all.
And I don't think people really knew that the firms that represented him, that ones that we dealt with, were low-end attorneys, low-end firms. They were not like some of these other ones that he's dealing with on these other cases. So just so everybody know, it wasn't, because if it was, we wouldn't probably be in this mess, and they probably would not have let it go this long. Nobody lets a case go this long if you're a good attorney, because you know that you can't predict the future, so you try to control it. So if you can control the future, that means you settle it, or you do what you got to do, and everybody goes home. They didn't do that with us. They miscalculated. So that was a good thing for us. It was very strategic for us to see how it went through, because now other opportunities have opened up, and other entities outside the government, outside the court, are able to step in when the lien stuff happened and other things happen over here and over there. It opens you up to other stuff.
So the lounge is asking whether the judges are still actively working, and if so, they need to be held accountable.
Yeah, they still actively working with some of them that I looked up. I still seen they was in them courtrooms.
Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can find the picture. Somebody put a picture up, which I thought was beautiful, and they was able to.
I think it's a little frozen.
Yeah, it probably is a computer.
Putting judges' pictures up, Tommy, is that probably not a good idea?
You know what? They they get a little. You talk about ex parte communication. That might be taken. That might be taken.
Yeah, somebody probably heard it and just froze it right there. I think they just heard it and froze it.
Nah, that ain't
I
what
think the
happened.
fewer judges whose cages we rattle currently on this channel, the better. Really,
Yeah, that's why I don't really be trying to say too much, but it is the judges. They're still working. And
My internet something went down a little bit.
They're still in.
Let's keep Lil's internet down then. We don't want any judges' pictures.
I know, right? Do you want me to get it? You said you
No.
We've got
enough legal. We've got enough legal problems right now.
Okay.
Don't do it. We see they just froze you. We don't need.
Man, fuck them. Put the pictures up. Tell me the names. I put them up. Fuck them.
That was a sign.
Yes,
that wasn't no sign.
It might have been a sign, right?
Yeah,
because everything started buffering.
It was for a reason.
It's amazing how so much stuff happens with this.
True story. True.
So Tracy is saying, can you prove why Jay-Z was in town when he met your mother? Was he in town for one of his concerts or something?
Yeah, he was back then. In Philly, they was doing a lot of concerts. I guess Philly, and he was in New Jersey. I guess he used to play Philly and New Jersey a lot. I guess when at the beginning music stages when he used to come over from New York. So I guess that's how they knew him down there, because they know him in Philly in certain sections when he used to be down there, and they also know him in Jersey. So I wasn't there personally.
Year, she's talking about the year you were conceived. So he wasn't in music that year.
I wasn't know personally.
He was on the corner selling stuff. That's how his mother met him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how. Because Ramir, he hadn't gotten to the music yet at that point. He got in like years later.
Yeah, I think that was his beginning stages. See, I wouldn't know fully back then, but yeah, I would guess he was down there for music and all that.
Right.
And if people want to know more about the selling stuff side of it, we did an interview with DeHaven. DeHaven told us all that story. Anyway, Kerry's asking, what would you do if they tried to pay you off to drop everything? Would you still make a stand or take the money?
No, I would still make a stand. It's not as bigger than me. It's for us. Like, we just want to make sure we getting everything. Basically the fair due process and making sure everybody is held accountable as far as the courts and the judges and everyone. I want them taking a stand because as I said, it's bigger than me. It wasn't never about the money. If money come out, as I said before, of course I would love to have extra money. I can help it. I got family. It's a lot of things that I want to do in my future to help the communities and all that. But this wasn't about that, and I will continue to stand for what I believe in is right. And I just hope that you guys continue to just give the great energy and stand with me.
Of course. Keelex is asking, wouldn't Beyonce's prenup probably give some information that she knew about Rymir and his sister?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, because when we went into the
civil,
when we did the civil law case, and Ramir had a civil law case, everybody, that was an inheritance. It started in 2013, and that was about inheritance. So at the end of the day, that was right around the time they had gotten married. They were already married, and then a year or so after, she had not had a baby yet. She was trying to get a baby, if you know what I mean. So Ramir, when he came onto the scene, when he came onto the scene, you know, it can make some people very insecure. But at any rate, I say yes to that because based on what I know.
So Phenomenal is asking, is there a specific law that requires Jay-Z to take a DNA test even though Ramir is an adult?
No.
That's what the
See, I'm
problem
not a
is.
lawyer, so guys, I
No.
wouldn't know about
There's
that
no
part.
law.
That's where the problem
So
lies
in
right
our
there.
case, it gets retroactive back because of the fraud. It takes you back in time. And then you can make a decision at that point
Whether you want to go
want to do.
forward.
Right, because what we're trying to do now is eliminate a fraudulent order from being used over and over again so they
Even
can't
get
shop
forward.
around with it.
Seriously, we can't get to paternity without evacuating the fraud order that they was been using and honestly gaining stuff off for years and years, and everything should have been voided if they found out that they was already telling a lie. If you say you don't got no properties, then you come back and say you do got properties or you don't know, and it's just all craziness.
It's a fraud order. It's a void order we want to vacate. It's already void and dead on arrival because it was false information to get it going in the door. Even if you never reverse it, it's still fraud. So at the end of the day, we're trying to void it so that people will not be able to use it in another state, another jurisdiction, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
And at that point, we go back in time, and then you might can say, because the judge may look at us and say, Ramir, you want that test?
Yeah, once the time come, if it ever come. But as I said, I continue to push forward. As I said, it's not just about anyone's personal. It's all about just getting fair due process and going in the courts and getting treated correctly and making sure them guys is doing their job. The results come back what the results are, but I just want the world to know that no one should have to get treated like this. And get all these years and all that has then put so much stress on us, and for me to just continue to push forward and all that. Like, we've been fighting lawyers, we've been fighting famous people, we've been fighting judges, we've been fighting the court
You
systems.
better
You got
tell
to
it.
fight on the streets. You got to fight to make it forward in life. It's like everything is a fight, and I'm definitely here for it.
And then your own life has challenges, your own personal life. You got brothers and sisters,
Seriously, on
family
every
members
day.
you love.
I got brothers. I got my brother. That's an extra challenge. My brother, he been having a lot of seizures lately. Like, he never had seizures his whole life. He just started having them in the last 2 years. So he's been fine, and now he's just having major seizures. So it's like I keep up with the family. Like, I'm always moving around. That's why if you guys, if I'm a little late, and God, mom, know I'm never on time. Like, and that's something I need to work on. But I feel like,
Right. That's
I'm
why I
always
start
there.
out 2 days with
I'm never on time, but I always make it. If you understand
you
what I'm
make it's
saying,
a miracle.
you don't never
That's
got to worry
because people
about me
praying
not
so hard.
coming. Because if I say I'm going to
Yeah,
get there to you, I'm going to be there.
I feel
Might be a
you.
little late, but I'm there. And
What
that's
was it
just
you said earlier? God doesn't give you more than you can handle until you try
Right.
and be somewhere on time, right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I suffer the same affliction, so I feel you.
If I could do this one real quick, so I can, I'll be the jerk of the day, because this question will come up again and again and again. If there's a girl out there in Maryland and they can go and test, why would he not want to test? People, you gotta, the storyline here is fairly simple, right? The conception took place while the girl was underage. Get it? And with the environment that is going on in the world right now, how bad do you not want a news story coming out that says that you impregnated someone at 15 or 16? Right? This isn't splitting the atom, folks. This isn't a hard one to figure out, but this is why this is a slightly different case for him. Right? This could be criminal, and even if it isn't, this is the kind of stuff that does a lot of damage to your career, especially if there's allegedly a crap load of pictures out there of you being very fond with other people who are in that age group. And there's a lot of that smoke around this dude, right? So that's why this is the way it is.
I mean,
Y'all heard that?
It's very
the way you
personal.
said it.
Y'all heard that? You
As
heard that
I
with
said,
Jimmy?
as I said, I lost my
Wow.
mom out of this whole case. So yes, it's real personal. I honestly feel like she gave everything she had for us to to grow and just continue her fight. And she just wanted us to share as much love as we could. You know how she was, God, mom. Everything was
Mm-hmm.
be right to people, love one another, don't do wrong, and she was genuine about it. That's why I gotta respect it, because through all the negativity, I could come to her and she'd just hit you right back on track. Like, I could say whatever, I can be angry that day. That's why I say I'm so positive, because I used to have little spasms just for a minute or two, just come in, oh, this went wrong with my day and all that. Oh, I don't want to do this and all that. But then mom, all right, well, you still alive. God gave you another day. It's people that would love to have what you have, 5 fingers, well, 10 fingers, 10 toes. It's people, it's just, she just always put different things in my head that always help me, like, oh, wow, damn, you're right, mom. What am I angry for? Oh, wow, I can run, I can jump, I can hop, I can create things, so it's like, what are you really angry about? And there's so many people in the world that can't do what you can do. Far as I'm talking about, sight is a gift for people to be able to pick things up, to be able to walk. So, of course, we all want fathers, but at the end of the day, if we don't have them, like, we all should help each other out. We all want mothers that a lot of kids probably don't have around the world, but help them kids out that don't have mothers. Be them mothers to them, just like you've been to your kids. We
Right,
all
right.
are. We all can help each other out and raise each other. No one said we couldn't, so why not teach as much as we can to all?
We had
Well
started
said.
a project. We started a project years ago called DNA. Daddy not available because he don't want to be, in parentheses. And now I'm looking at all the daddies that Ramir has, so to speak, surrogates. Because everybody knows just because somebody doesn't have to be your blood relative to be your daddy, or somebody can
Nice.
give you fatherly advice, or just loving you, or just being there. You got to open your mouth sometimes.
And that's what helps.
It does.
You can't not just listen to certain things. Hey, listen to this person, but don't listen to this person. I take in everything and I kind of like break it down and keep what I need to keep in my mind, what I believe in is right, and just push with that.
Hmm. I'm looking now how this whole floodgate has opened for him since that time. He's got to have a lot of surrogate type fathers, like brothers, etc. And this has been nothing but a blessing for me to see it, and then for Ramir to experience it. It's just a beautiful thing to watch.
You've got this has come up a few times. Is the lawyer you mentioned from Zifferin Rittenham?
Obviously, I wouldn't know. It could.
Oh,
He
the
could
one
be
I
from.
mentioned?
I wouldn't know.
Are they trying to refer somebody to us?
No, they saying are the lawyers you mentioned from?
No. They're from. Do you want me to say it? Because I mean, it's a law firm.
You think we should? I mean,
I mean, freedom of speech.
Yeah, I would just play on the side of safety. I just want to say Zifferim and Ritterham, if that's a real thing, I will pay everyone $5. Zifferin and Ritterham. Okay, come on. Yeah, let's just keep everything closed, because also, let me just put it
Do
to you
we
like
cheat
this.
him and how?
It's great to sort of say, hey, we've got this and this is who we're working with. But the minute you put that information out there, they become a target. And the more people that spread around hate and target and assault on you, they'll start wearing down those who've offered help and are in your corners.
Yeah.
So keep things personal, keep it private,
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. Sorry to interject again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
well
what they
said.
were asking. So I didn't know if they were asking, was it our attorney or who?
Yeah, they just was asking, was we basically using them people? Was that the people we were referring to? I guess.
Because if somebody's referring us, we're always looking for good attorneys. That's why I
Yeah.
was saying
Oh,
that.
that's not what
So
he's
yeah, we looking for
saying.
good attorneys, but we can't really honestly tell the attorneys, and we don't want to put too much names out there.
Right.
We don't do that type of stuff.
Exactly. Bailey wants to know, Dr. Lil, How proud would Rymir's mum be of him working hard to release the truth?
She would be absolutely, she is absolutely proud of him because Ramir is his mother. When she was here, they were like this, right? And then me and her was very close because that was my child, right? We was really like sisters, but she was my goddaughter. Very, very, very close, like soul ties. So her and Ramir were always close. Firstborn, she went through a lot giving birth to him. You already know the other stories that she had struggles with. So they bonded like nobody's business. But she's like any other mother. She always wanted the best for her children and both her kids. So she has 2 children. And that's what her other child she knew would be fine with his father. But she made me promise that I would look after her child. And I told her I would. But what are you going to say? No? But she would be so proud of him. And she is proud of him because she's with him every day.
Yeah, she with me every day.
She's with him. And if I don't do what I need to do, she'll come to me in my sleep and haunt me. So I'm gonna make sure I do what's right. Seriously, she's the quiet one, but you don't want quiet people to snap on you because then you get scared. They'll go get a gun or something. You gotta be careful with quiet people because they go from one extreme to the next. I do mine a little bit as I go. Right?
Yeah, man, I definitely do miss her though.
Yeah,
but she definitely
miss
able to
her
be on an everyday
terribly.
basis. Her energy is with me, and I feel it on an everyday basis.
Yeah, I feel very strong that she's always around me, especially when I have to ask her something about her child. I just feel like, she tells me. But yeah.
She be with me, like, seriously. That's what be keeping me up. I think that's why I don't be sleeping like that.
Well, you gotta get your sleep.
I'm like
you
a
can't be
night
a
owl. I be
vampire.
up all, like, I sleep in the morning, but I be up nighttime. Like, I'm up throughout the night.
Not every night though, because your body will get off a little bit.
Yeah, you know how I am. I got
He's
a lot
vampire,
better.
everybody.
I done got a lot better.
Yeah,
I be wanting my sleep. I'm like Ramir, and Ramir want me to stay up with him and watch spooky movies with all the lights out.
Yeah.
And these spooky things are real, right? These are not just a movie. This is the haunted house that they did those lights for. And then when he leaves, I got to deal with that by myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Ramir, I'm also a night owl, so I feel once we start this project together, we'll utilize all of that night owlism. And I'm also,
seriously, man. Like, we definitely can get a lot done because I'm up and wired.
Good. And I'm a big fan of the paranormal and all that.
Yeah, that's what I be watching. I try to get a guy of mine to watch it, but she be
that was
scared.
a real show.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a fully fledged practicing pagan witch who's shuffling his new oracle cards right now. So don't freak out if you're part of the Jesus crew. It's okay. It's not what you think. Everything's fine.
I have friends that do the cards and stuff. I just try to see if they're gonna tell me the truth. Then I go take it to Jesus. I take it to Jesus.
There's been a lot of stories lately of people that have had the opportunity to say, "Hey, if something ever happens, can you do this for me?" Right?
Yeah.
And I think the moral of the story is, if I had to make a decision, I'm going with the doctor instead of Courtney Burgess. I'm just gonna say, if I got it, if I'm making that decision, that you're the. I'm sorry.
Are we not just at this point heavily invested in Courtney Burgess as a living meme? Like once you see him as a living meme, the whole thing becomes such a weightless story to keep track of. The guy in my eyes is like he's a legend, but for all the wrong reasons. Big shout out.
Sticking with Dr. Will.
Why is he always coming up? Oh my gracious, I had already out about it. That's funny. He don't realize
a weightless story to keep track of. The guy in my eyes is like he's a legend, but for all the wrong reasons. Big shout out.
Sticking with Dr. Will.
He's unique. All right, so Tracy's asking, would it help if we all signed a petition for you to take to the court to demand results?
I mean, I would think so, but who knows how these courts are ran, honestly, and what they would allow. They haven't been trying to find out the truth for these years, so I would just hope we hope for the best. So we can definitely try it and see what it would do. I would love you guys to help if that's something y'all guys think we can do.
I don't think we're going to be able to do anything. And they're talking about DNA results. That's not going to happen, right? The court is only going to follow the law, even though they ain't following the law.
Mhm.
It depends on what kind of results y'all want us to have to you, because we're fighting for several things. We're fighting for constitutional rights.
Uh-huh.
We're doing human rights, and then there's paternity rights. There's a lot of rights out there.
Yeah.
But if you don't have constitutional rights, ain't nothing else coming.
Listen, I'm not being funny. What we need is to find out where Jay-Z likes to dine and then get one of the people that work there with one of those lint rollers to go down his jacket as he's leaving with the lint roller and then supply us with that single hair. Okay, that's all we need is the
Somebody sent us the cigars.
He'll probably be extra cautious now. I don't think he letting. I don't think he
Do
letting.
you know what I'm
nobody
saying?
in.
All I'm saying is 2025. If by 2030 you've got no answers, I will seek out that job and we will get the answers, Ramir. I'm telling you now. Okay.
Right? How about this trash guy?
Right.
The
Somebody sent us his cigars. Supposedly his cigars. But I think for me, in my personal opinion, I already have the answer. But Ramir has a different, what he wants. And
No,
this is
yes, I kind of got the
personal for
answer
him.
to it. Just that I just
I
want the people
feel
to know
like
that
you
I'm
wanted
still
more
here fighting
acknowledgement.
for what I believe, and just can't let these courts just get away with it anyway. Neither everybody got to be held accountable.
See,
You
they
can't
know
just
the answer. They
pick
already
one
know the
side and
answer.
not
That's
pick
why
the
they
other.
keep
So
pushing.
if we saying something towards him, we say something towards the courts and the lawyers too. So it's like it's you
Everybody
guys
gets
all play the point.
right.
Y'all played a part in it.
Logic.
So
Yeah, logic would say if you gave a sample up and they didn't come running right back and go, "Ha, you're beat." You are not the father. I mean, if you gave a
that's what I'm
sample
saying.
over and they didn't come straight back,
We gave the
there's
sample in
something really wrong.
2011.
That's what I'm saying. They've been had it.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm good.
we need to. It's getting that other sample now. Like, I mean, are we really like beyond a drone with like a long piece of string on it and a big bit of duct tape, just trying to get a hair? Like, I'm being serious because these sort of things, this sort of level of crazy sounding idea, it sounds crazy, but really, we've waited this long. I mean, the long game of trying to just, even if it doesn't count in courts because it's no one's asked if you can do this or not. This would give you guys a closure. I mean, this is such a stupid idea that I'm even talking about, but I'm just saying it's late. This is where my brain goes. But I would be trying to grab a hair any way I could. I mean, am I just being dumb here? Because that's where I'm at. That's where my brain's at. It really is.
I mean, yes, I know. I
We've
done
had
had
people
so many
already talk
ideas
about
that
that.
came from everyone. They've just been saying, try to do this and do that. But as I say again, you gotta also live for yourself. So if you guys was to be able to get that, wouldn't be nothing I can get. They probably had me locked up somewhere trying. But
That's true.
I'm just saying that, I just live every day and just know that God with me, and he's definitely he definitely got a plan, and whatever is his plan is gonna happen regardless. So I'm just here to just continue to push forward and fight.
I hear you.
it.
Well, if we figure this out, we will make the first YouTube video on your channel, a vlog called "How I Prove Jay-Z's My Dad" with the hair stealing drone featuring Ron Swanson. That's how you get
Better
back
be
money
said,
your
bro.
own. 50 million
They'd be like
views.
y'all legends. They'd be like y'all legends for that one.
So we've previously touched on your communications with Jay-Z's estranged daughter, and Amy's asking whether she's resurfaced, in light of all the publicity you've had recently.
I haven't heard anything from her. That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
she
I don't
I
really
think she
like
signed
talking about
something.
people. I'm just not like me. I'm talking about it, but I just haven't heard anything from her. And whatever she's doing, I'm just hoping she great and got everything she was asking for, and all her questions were answered. Can't hate anyone, but I would just say I haven't talked to her, and whatever. Everything is just they saying she got settlements from here. Who knows what is the truth? You got to speak for yourself.
I think she signed something. She can't
Yeah,
talk
you
no
probably
more.
can't talk. So who would know? That's what I'm
You
saying.
would
The world
guess.
only know what.
Just like when they called you, they wanted you to sign the NDA
Yeah, I
before
wasn't.
you
But
even finished
yeah, I
the
wasn't even on
sentences.
nothing like that. I done had a lot of weird calls. Hey, we can handle this. We just need you to sign this, or we're going to call back. I don't even know how half of these people got my number, but I guess from Instagram and stuff like that. But I done had some calls saying sign NDAs if we can help you fully. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He like, well, we can help you, but we would need you to sign this. And I had to get. They ain't say no names. These people called 2-3 different people, and but. I don't know. I'll be thinking sometimes it be fake, or I can't say it's all real. So there's so many people out here doing so many crazy things. I just would hope that everybody's being truthful to themselves and just not trying to. Because this is
It's
not a game to me.
investigators. Yeah, it's investigators
That's the
trying to
part
break
that
a
tripped me
case,
out.
and they want to get paid probably, and they want you to sign something saying you ain't gonna talk about it. So that kind of defeats all your lawsuits and stuff.
And I just said I'm solid. Like I'm still out here doing what I'm doing. I never changed my story. And if people say I did, I never changed my story. I always just been telling you guys what I believed in. And this is more putting us at risk. You know, anything can happen to us. We out here living lives. We not super rich. We're okay. You know, we got a couple dollars to be able to do what we have to do. But it's not like we can't just get up and always go when we want to. So our life it can be at danger at any time for even saying something like this or people saying trying to get fame or chase a person. No, like something could really happen to us, but I don't wake up believing, thinking about none of that. So I just believe that my mom, she's still with me and we're going to still push forward through whatever, the world has for me.
So Betty's wondering what you would do if you found out that Jay-Z was not your father.
I already said I will definitely apologize, definitely apologize to him and basically just let him know that all this time it could have been taken care of. About us just having conversations. But I would definitely apologize and just move on as I would do if he didn't take the test. It's just all about, just trying to hold people accountable, not just, all of them accountable. If something is being done wrong, you should be held accountable. And if it's not, it's nothing to hold them accountable for. But it's just always been trying to find out the truth. So
Well, he's got two
I wouldn't
problems.
practice that speech too much if I were you.
Yeah, he's got two problems.
Again, look, when you gave him the DNA, people, this isn't. I know I always sound this way, but man, this doesn't take a leap of faith here or a leap of logical deduction either. You handed over DNA. They would have come straight back and said, "This is over. Sorry, you wasted your time. By the way, we want you paying for our legal bills." It would have been cut and dry.
That's
It's pretty
everything
easy.
I was saying. I'm like, is this too? Like, why is this not? Because you right, Tommy. I thought that would have been happened, but
In
just to
2011.
see that them guys are just start fighting it so hard and just everybody just pulled away. We was talking to their team at first. Everything seemed like, we wasn't just trying to be public about it or we didn't wrote personal letters and all that. So it wouldn't have to go public. So we wouldn't have to go through this. But obviously it still came out the way it came out. But it could have definitely been taken care of, behind closed doors. So it's not like just, something Ramir just went in the spotlight. He's just looking for, no, it's just something my mother started with. It could have been taken care of. She didn't wrote personal letters to him and his team. They didn't got it. They didn't respond. We didn't went to court. They threw my mom out the first time because she ain't have no team and all that. Then when she got with my godmother, it's just everything worked out. But she always continued to have the same story, never changed. So it's like at the end of the day, if it's like we just want to know the truth and we just want to get treated with fair due process anywhere we go. Like, and that's for everyone.
In 2011, you get the DNA. In 2012, you come and say you can't talk to me about jurisdiction, or I don't have to take a test because I ain't got properties. 2011, 2012, 2011, 2012. Y'all do the math. So it's not hard. You weren't running after that. Been running ever since.
Viewers, put a 1 in the chat if you believe that what Tommy said confirms that Rymir is Jay-Z's son. Put a 2 in the chat if you're still skeptical. And Davey is asking, Rymir, what happened to your mother and was there anything suspicious around her passing?
Well, my mom she did have some heart problems, but she didn't fall through all that. So when I say it just was a little strange to me, but I couldn't say it, I just think the whole thing was weird how she went, feel like she got out the hospital and
all those ones.
they had her in some little program getting better, and they said she was only going to be in there for 2 weeks, I guess a rehabilitation type of program, and she did it. I was going up there to see her every day, bringing her home to see the family and all that.
I was looking for a 2 because I was like, I ain't seen no 2 yet, and I just finally seen 1, 2, and the 2, and it said, I haven't seen a 2 yet. That's what Kel said. Same thing I'm just saying.
How she went,
That's crazy.
Feel like she got out the hospital and
1, 1, 1. Okay.
They had her in some little program getting better, and they said she was only going to be in there for 2 weeks, I guess a rehabilitation type of program, and she did it. I was going up there to see her every day, bringing her home to see the family and all that, and taking her back. They made it like it wasn't nothing. But the first day she got out, and when my godmom came to pick her up, she went to Jersey. She called. She like, son, you gonna be down here in a couple days? I'm like, yeah, mom, I'll be down there in like 2 days. And just the next day, she just passed.
That's crazy.
You've got a hell of a lot of ones coming in right now.
Yeah,
I
so
can't
you
keep
got like
up with
10
it.
ones. Some people are doing 2 ones on one. You got a great audience.
Yeah, but it
I'm proud of you guys.
definitely was
Sean
strange.
and Tommy and Ron, you guys did a great job in building this network.
Yeah,
You really
thanks.
have.
We
Very proud
appreciate
of what
it.
we have here. Very proud. Very proud of Sean. Very proud of Tommy.
Mhm.
Very proud of the
Y'all
team.
just keep it up.
Oh, we will.
I'm proud
Changing
of the
people's
team
lives, helping
too.
people, you know.
Y'all need to kick
Y'all doing
Ronnie
it.
off and put me in. No, I'm just joking.
So
Ronnie's my
Darren
man.
is asking, have you thought of getting a genealogist to work with you? I know for a fact you would be able to find out that way.
I mean, we've been thinking of a lot of things. I haven't thought of that, but that's definitely a great idea, and we'll definitely keep that with us.
And somebody I think y'all gave us that the last time we were on. So to be
Yeah, and
honest with
it's
you,
definitely a great idea. All you guys' ideas are great. Just think
yeah,
that sometimes we might be a little bit too busy. God, mom running church
it's
businesses. I'm
exhausting
going
though
to
too.
work. I'm going to
All of
work,
this
coming
is
home, taking
exhausting.
care of kids. So I kind of like some days, guys, I do forget, and I'm not talking about just forget about what I got going on, but I tend to just want to live in happiness. So I try not to drown myself in so
With the
much. So
kids and everything like
I
that.
might
We
You
did
want to
I
the
do
just
some
go on
normal
with
ancestry.
stuff.
myself. I don't really like literally when I get off the internet with you guys, I go back to regular life. God, I know I am. I don't. It's like I haven't even been on there tonight. Like it's not
But
like
you
I'm
you
about to
really don't
sit
have a
there.
regular life though.
No,
You
but you
do
know
when
what
you
I'm saying.
talk.
Like after this, I'll
I know
go
what you
talk
mean.
and all that, and won't get
I
on
know
the
what you mean
internet for
though.
another 3 days, and to even watch what happened. I just go on with like I don't even
But
really like
people when they look
watching
at you, they
myself
see you
talk. So it's
differently.
like it's just once I do the interviews, that's just what it is. I said what I said to you guys, and that's how I felt, raw and cut.
But most of the
So,
world sees you as Jay-Z's son because you are. I think most of them do. Even though you go back to a regular life, you're not really a regular person. You're all over the internet. You're in tabloids. You're on this podcast. So I know what you're saying, but somewhere in the back of your mind, you still got to keep that in there because that's part of who you are. Not me in the back, maybe in the middle. You don't have to
look,
govern everything, and it doesn't have to dominate, but it
Yeah, you
definitely is
know.
there. I always call it celebrity without the money.
I
That's
just
what I
want to say,
call
I
it.
freaking love your guys' dynamic. Big shout out, Dr. Lil, as well, because you've done such a great job of keeping Ramir balanced through so many things. It's so prevalent. At no point has he, I mean, even earlier when he was talking about when bad things happen to you, think about good things. We call that visualization and manifestation. And
Yeah.
when someone talks about even when you're feeling your worst, focus on the good about something, I believe him. Do you know how many people preach this stuff and it's absolute nonsense coming out their mouth? This man should be on stage and inspiring thousands of people and touring the country and picking people up that need it because he has the power to do that. And I'm just saying, look at it. There's the smile again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it works so well, my guy. And that's what you should be doing because you've
I
got
see UK, a concert over UK with thousands
hot
and thousands.
places, Lil D, Lil D, Dr. Lil, hot places. And again, you know, the UK is fine too. I don't know why I'm shouting.
Yep.
So for people who've just tuned in, then I just want to remind people in the previous 2 episodes, kind viewers have offered to donate to the cause, but we've had no means to do that properly. And now we've got PayPal set up. So if you are in the UK, I've put it on the screen and it's in the description box. And we've also got the 2 Cash Apps. And we're almost at the 2-hour mark, and I really appreciate all the questions that have come in.
Yep.
So viewers, if you've got some final questions and thoughts, put them in the chat now. And if Raimir or Dr. Lil have got anything to say, before we finish at the 2-hour mark, then please go for it.
Yeah, as I was want to say, I just want to thank everyone for even just coming out and spending time with us. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be on your platform and allowing us to just share our energy with you guys and just letting you know that we want change for the world, just for all of us, for our children, for all males, for all females. We want the animals to be living a great life too. We want we just want to live and love one another without all this hatred. It's too much hatred going on, and we
Amen.
honestly
Amen.
destroying the world. We can't say, "All right, the world is crazy." I hear that a lot. Oh, the world is crazy. Oh, this it's not the world. It's the people in the world. And I honestly believe that we can just fix this. We can fix it. Like you can stop
Yes.
Yeah.
yourself from being
Yes.
angry. You can.
Yes.
I promise you, you can. I didn't been through. You can stop yourself from saying certain things. You know, if you even you gotta walk in the other room, think of something positive. Just stop with all the negativity. It's kind of like destroying the world, and I feel like we
Yeah.
can
Yes.
definitely
Facts.
switch it, and that's bring back when we when people was really connecting and loving one another. Like we don't the holidays don't even feel the same no more, guys. They don't. The Christmas like
Right?
Christmas from back then don't feel like Christmas. It don't feel
Mhm.
it's like and we all can say that the family's not connecting like they used to connect. So many family members are older family members that just passed, and we seem
Yeah.
to just want to stay away from the family. All right, we got to stop that and just create a better future, y'all. I promise y'all, it would
I
really
agree.
help.
Here.
A few people have asked if you would go on Piers Morgan if they reached out, or if you could contact them.
No, we definitely can
For
contact them,
music,
but I
you
don't
talking
know if
about?
they.
We talking about music?
Piers Morgan show. It's
Oh,
got
will we
very,
go on there? Oh,
it's
sure.
got a very large reach, hasn't it? It might
Yeah.
Yeah, we
get a lot
definitely
more
open.
people.
We definitely open to if these guys got the energy as you guys, we definitely will definitely talk to them. That's all we love is just the
No
real.
one will ever match
Okay.
our energy, Ramir. Okay,
Yo, say
we
it
are
again, man.
a
Exactly.
unique,
I like the way you just said that. And I ain't going. I'm gonna
we're a
take that
unique
back because y'all
bunch.
guys, y'all definitely got the number one energy, and I just appreciate y'all. Like I really do, man. Y'all energy is great here. Every time I'm sitting home and I see you guys pop up, I try to hop in the chat and say
Yeah.
something or support you guys, and I will continue to do that because y'all are great, and I just know that. If we all connect our family, hopefully we could connect our family and our sons and all that could be running around, have little
Hell yeah.
take them out some little places and just link up with the guys and just go somewhere, have some drinks or something. Like I'm just looking forward to that.
It works both ways, though, Ramir. Every time you come on, you give us an energy boost because you're so
Right.
positive and inspirational. It
Yeah.
reminds
No
us
question. No
to get
question.
back to those basics because there is so much hate and animosity and
Yes,
BS going on all
it
around
is.
us every day, and it distracts us from the
It distracts
mission.
you. Like, you negative, feel all that negativity, you seem to just want to get away from people or don't want to be around them or just, it's like, all right, I don't want to be around this person, and so I'm not going over here. This person irritates me. You already then created a negative narrative. You didn't create all this negativity before you even get there, or so it's like, let's just stop doing that. It's really hurting us.
Yeah.
We all gotta, leave this earth. We all gotta go. So let's just make as much memories as we can, positive memories with people we love. And if you don't got any loved ones, I'm pretty sure everyone has some people they love. But go
Yeah.
find some people that really loves you for you, and let's create a family. That's how family don't always got to be from blood. Create a family, someone that's really people that's really there for you and really
I
there
heard,
to
I heard
support
the
your best
term the
interest.
other day, Ramir, of find your soul tribe. And I
Right,
really resonated with that because it's like
right. You cannot get
soulmate.
that sitting down. You
Yeah,
cannot
man.
get it sitting there. You can't.
You got any questions, Tommy?
No, I'm with Feisty Irish. I'd be proud to call you my son. I think.
Thank you so much,
I
Tommy.
think anybody. I think anybody would be. And Dr. Lil, you've obviously really done a fantastic job. And I would imagine, you've said many times that he had a lot of really positive influences. It really kind of took a village, but you've done a hell of a job. It's
Right, no jokes, right? But
Seriously.
should we collectively, us three, you, me, Sean, and Tommy, we could collectively adopt you, right? And be like the weirdest three dads you've ever had in your life.
Bro, listen,
just in
look.
case you ever
And I bet
decide,
you
like,
I get so much knowledge from you guys because I know y'all
telling
been
you,
through so
man,
much and y'all all got different stories that it just helped me grow, bro.
that would
at least
be
one of us has not been to prison.
amazing.
Man.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes,
Oh,
I'm
bro.
telling you. Let's get real drunk one night and make some legal decisions that we can't back out of because that sounds hilarious.
You're funny.
Yo, that sound like a plan, bro.
Yeah, man, too good.
Anything to say to the viewers in conclusion then, Dr. Lil or Ramir?
No, I just want to say love you guys, man, and thank y'all for supporting me. I would ask y'all to continue to support us. for whatever we do, after this, after the case and all that, because we are doing things in the community. We are, going to grow our business, and we just want great people behind us to continue to grow businesses and open communities, open new things in the community to help the kids and help not just the kids, help the adults. Let's bring some more. Let's bring life back to the world. Happiness
Agreed.
back to the world. Let's bring places that we can all go and sit and let our kids go over there. Then adults can go interact with each other and have a good time without worrying about all this negativity and just basically just we really need to work
I hear you.
on ourselves. Honestly, we really do.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you guys coming back home. I really, really do. Sean, Tommy, because I'm saving.
Yeah.
I've got a 2-minute rant for the end of this that I'm just holding on to.
Well, let me just say thank you to all the viewers who've donated. The links are down there.
Yeah,
If you
appreciate
want
you guys for all your donations. We love you guys, and we'll continue to push and go forward. We ask you guys to push and go forward with us. And like as I said, man, do not let no one tell you can't do anything. And look for your dreams again. Like find yourself. We need everyone to wake
Yep.
up and find yourself. Please find your old you. Like please find yourself when you was
Facts.
happy and
Facts.
you love life and you wanted to wake up in the morning and find that person that was in you. If you lost it or like this, just find the joy of life again because it'll help. It'll really help.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Well,
want to
thank
say
you.
I'm glad Ramir found some people that he can hang out with, so I ain't got to be up with him all night. He'll drag
yeah.
me and
Yeah.
stuff and something.
You know
God,
me,
don't you want
man.
to go somewhere else? I'm good, Ramir. I'm ready to go to sleep. But I'm glad that his surrogate family is expanded, and each person brings a different flavor, like you said, a different father to the table. And I just want to say thank you to all of you.
Oh,
Continue to do the good work for the community, Ron, Sean, and Tommy, and know that we love you. We're grateful that we all came together, that our roads and our paths have crossed in a good way.
Mhm.
We had some friends from UK, Emma Perry,
Yeah, shout out to Emma.
and then James is over at the Daily Mail. So there's a few people out there who's been really trying to stay in Ramir's corner, helping out with the overall. Not Ramir is what you call the way he's talking. He continues to talk this way, which is great, and he's been great. Is a product of what he's been through, and shows you that when you stay positive, what comes out of it. And when I hear him talk now, he keeps talking about positive, and he's always been this way. But I'm telling you, it's getting stronger and stronger, Ramir. And this is what this was all about. This whole thing was not to make nobody bitter, but better. And he's gotten better and better and better. And I think him being able to give back to the world now is just phenomenal. And I think that's what his mother's really going to be proud of, because now it's not just the little people, and it's not just a little mountain community and the family. It's the world.
No,
He keeps
facts.
saying the
It
world,
definitely is.
You keep saying the world for a reason.
Yeah, because I feel everybody energy. I'm telling you, it's be so weird.
So I
I
think
wake
this is
up,
a
I
great
feel so
thing,
much energy. I don't even see or hear no negativity. And you can
which is
say it
good.
so. Yeah, I don't. People, because I really, and I couldn't used to do that like say 10 years ago. Now I just had to
Well,
now I
you never
really
really
can.
reacted to it, but there was a lot out there. But I just think the way you are talking, even more so now, is a product of what we wanted.
Yeah,
This is the outcome we wanted, for you not to be bitter, but better.
yeah,
That whatever
facts.
you went through, you worked it until it worked it, worked it, you work it,
Yeah,
and
I
work
got
it
too
right
many
to the
people
place
walking
where you're
with me
supposed to
from the
go.
heavens for me to be sitting here bitter. I always say that there's too many
Yeah.
And
hands.
that's for all of us. Nobody wants to be bitter, because the whole case could have made me bitter. At some point, I was bitter.
I know.
I was
I
mad
know
at
it took
God
a
for
toll.
putting me in this,
Yeah, I know it took a toll. No, you seriously, and I appreciate you,
because I
Grandma,
didn't
through
like
this
the
whole thing.
ugliness.
You know I do. You know we didn't had our talks and up and down. We done been
Right.
through it all, and we still fighting through all this. Yeah. That's like you said. It's God plan, and we won't. We ain't gonna stop it until He tell us to stop it, and that's
It's
what it
getting better
is.
and better. It's sweeter than the day before. So I
Yeah.
just thank God for this.
Well, we're
And all
with
of
you,
you.
man. We're with you 100%.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yep, yep. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Thanks everybody who's come on tonight. And I think we're going to finish with Ron's rant.
All right. So I'm not going to say too much because I'm
Sure.
not as stupid as some people. But if the mods can spam the side chat with my channel link, okay, because there's been a lot of individuals, and I'm sorry to have to bring this to the table with Ramir and Dr. Lil here, but there's some individuals who've taken it upon themselves to not only slander my name, discredit me, and go as far as writing a book, go on national news press and try and discredit the name of Ron Swanson.
Nah, don't say that.
I am not a man whose cornflakes you want to relieve yourself in and expect that there will not be repercussions. So at 11:45 in 15 minutes, I've just scheduled the premiere right now for my premiere this evening, and I hope you will all join me. I'll give you a sneak peek of the thumbnail, and then we'll just end it right here. So come and join me.
I'm definitely stopping by.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
I'll be there.
For your support.
Yeah,
I'll see you all in the side chat. And sadly, I don't want to do these things, but when my hand is forced, here we are. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Tommy.
Here we are.
All right. Good night. God bless everyone. Much
All right,
love.
good night, man. Y'all have a great night if it's nighttime down there.
Most definitely.
It is.
We will.
Take care.
All right, y'all.
I take you.
Man, what tripped me out is, first of all, shout out to Ron. It's funny when you, I'm sick, man. I can't even hardly talk. I talked to Ron on the phone. Ron has gave me so much great advice. Ron is my brother. I don't care what anybody says. If Ron is having some issues, then we have some issues. If Ron is having a problem, then we have a problem. And that's real. Anyway, you would think that the courts would just say, Mr. Jay-Z, go and take the DNA test so we can get to the bottom of this. It seemed like to me the court should say, why you not gonna take the DNA test? You trying to hide something? It seemed like the court should make him take the test. In my world, that's how it would happen. Take the test, man. You gonna get a yes or a no. Look, y'all let me know in the comments, man. You see all them ones up in there, I can't talk, man. So y'all leave it in the comment. I see y'all in the comment. I'm still in the Philippines, y'all. Still in the Philippines. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.